Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because we are going to do a full face of Dior Beauty. I've got a couple new launches that I am so excited about. We have two newly formulated foundations from Dior. We have the Forever Skin Wear as well as the Forever Skin Glow. So I'm going to be giving you the skinny about these two foundations, and these are currently only available at Dior.com. So we're going to do one side of my face with the Forever Skin Wear and the other side with the Forever Skin Glow. I also picked up the Backstage Rosy Glow Blush in the new shade Candy, which, spoiler alert, absolutely love. And then I pulled out some of my other favorite products from Dior to just create a full face today. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look using these two new foundation launches from Dior, then let's go ahead and get started. We need to put makeup on this face, and I'm a little bit excited because I've got some new goodies from Dior. I have two new launches. This is the Dior Forever Skin Wear Foundation, and check out this beautiful packaging. And this is the Flawless Skin True Foundation. This has 24-hour ultra makeup wear, no transfer, and triple action care with sunscreen. So this foundation includes hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, as well as a peptide. And this is supposed to give you a blurring, natural matte finish. It is supposed to be medium to high coverage. And this is supposed to be great for high heat and humidity. So we're going to be playing with this on one side of my face, and I ended up just picking this up in the shade 2N to be safe. That generally works for me. And then the other one that I have is the Forever Skin Glow. Now let's check this one out. Beautiful packaging here, the Dior logo. And then as you can see, the skin wear that gives you the natural blurring matte is in a matte bottle. And then the Forever Skin Glow is in more of a glass glowing package. And again, even with the Forever Skin Glow, you're supposed to get 24-hour no retouch wear resistant to heat and humidity. This is going to give you a hydrating glow with a medium to high undetectable coverage. It's supposed to provide you with 28-hour hydration, and this is going to include the triple action care with hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and peptide. And in both formulas, the shades 00 through 4.5 are going to provide you with 20 plus SPF, and then shades 5N through 9N are going to include 15 plus of SPF. So these two foundations have been reformulated, more skincare, SPF, and they're supposed to be great for high heat and humidity. And in these foundations, I picked these both up in the shade 2N. So today, I just thought it would be fun to show you these foundations. I'll do one side and the other. I do have the Forever Skin Correct. This is the updated one, and I picked that up in 2N. always loved the other version, so I'm excited to have the new one. And again, I picked that up in 2N. And then I have the Rosy Glow blush, but this one is in Candy because I love the Backstage Rosy Glow blushes, and Candy just looked so pretty. So I've been very into blush lately, and I just find that it does wonders for my complexion. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put the Forever Skin Wear on my left side here, and this is the shade 2N, and I'm just going to dot that on the face here, half and half. And I'm just going to start with my fingertip and then just blend this into the skin with a brush here. Okay, we've done half my face with the Forever Skin Wear. And in general, I typically go for more glowy foundations, but I was just in New Orleans and I could have used this foundation. It is much more humid there, and just sometimes you just want a little bit more of a blur versus you're getting a little bit more natural dew. So what I'm seeing so far with this is that it is very almost velvety. It gives definitely a blurring effect. It is not a flat matte. I don't know if you can see on camera or not, but I feel like it doesn't look like makeup on my skin, and that it is giving me that sort of lit from within. It's just not flat. And the other thing that I'm noticing is it doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup on, but I do feel like I'm getting nice coverage. Now, I would leave it to just what I put on so far, but you can build this up. For myself, I just feel like it is kind of letting my skin shine through. It is blurring the skin, but I don't feel like I need to add any more. So, trying that. And this actually feels very hydrating on the skin. And as far as the shade 2N, I feel like it is a pretty darn good match. I feel like as I'm getting into the warmer months, I would definitely want to go up a bit, but for the purposes right now, I can just warm it up with a little bronzer and such. So let's go ahead and do the other half with the Forever Skin Glow foundation. And I really do like the new packaging. So I'm gonna take a pump here. It has a nice little fluid feeling, like very easy to apply, and it's just blending in like a dream. So that's what I would say. So just taking some of that, again, using my fingertip first. And let's see what the glow looks like on my skin. Here is the side with the Forever Skin Glow foundation, again in the shade 2N. And again, I have to say, between the two formulas, One is the Blurring Natural Matte. The other is the Skin Glow. Both of the textures were just easy to apply. They blended in like a dream. Definitely gives you medium to high coverage, because if I was using this all over my face, I pretty much like put almost a full pump on one side and then a pump on the other. I could use one pump just completely on my face. So I'm getting a lot of coverage. I feel like it is blurring my imperfections. And as far as the glow side, I can kind of see where it's just a little bit more glowy on this side, but I'm really pleasantly surprised with the Forever Skin Wear with the matte side, because I feel like that gives me this sort of velvety blurring effect, and I could see myself reaching for this one as the weather is shifting and I'm getting more of a natural glow just from the weather. I like both of them actually. Here is the side with the Forever Skin Glow. And this is the side with this Forever Skin Wear. I'm gonna go ahead, put on a little concealer here. We can finish off the face and take a look and see what we think at the end. So I've always loved this concealer. I'm just gonna come in to my dark hollows here. We'll blend that out and put on the rest of my face using Dior products. And I'm just going to cancel out the darkness here. Using my fingertips, I am going to just press that concealer into my skin here. Okay, let's go ahead and warm up the skin using the Dior Forever bronzer. I love this so much. It blends in like a dream. Like I will say, all of the products that they have been launching from Dior have such a silky, easy to use formula. So love that. I'm going to just put a little underneath my chin here and give a little shadow. And then I'm just going to warm up my skin. And I'm in the shade number 2 in the bronzer stick. Such a good color, just warming up the skin here. Okay, before we put on my eyeballs, I want to go ahead and play with the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush in Candy. And this is a pearlescent bubblegum pink. So I thought this would just liven up my complexion just a bit. Ooh, and I love these blushes, these powder blushes, because they have a lot of pigment, but then they just mesh in with your skin and they just look really natural. I love this candy shade. This is beautiful. And the word bubblegum pink could scare people, but I feel like this is just giving me a beautiful little flush here. Isn't that a great color? And then for eyes, I thought we would just quickly do one of my favorite looks using one of the Dior Quints. This one is in Nude Dress, and this is just your perfect everyday, slightly warm toned eye. I feel like this is neutral to warm. And what I like to do here is I'm going to start over here with this bone color, and we are just going to put that shade just all over my lid here. Starting with a nice base. Then I'm going to dip into this beautiful peachy tone right in the center. And I'm going to put that in my crease here. And this is just like an easy, everyday eye look. Then I'm coming over to this bronzy shade right here. So pretty. And I'm gonna put that just starting at the outer. Isn't that such a gorgeous shade? I love it. And just pulling that up. They all kind of work together and just create such a beautiful look on the eye. Taking a little flat edged brush, I'm now coming into this shade over here, a little taupey shade, and I'm going to use that underneath my lash line. Just give a little definition under there. And then coming in with the deeper side here, and I'm going to press that into my upper lash line. Just a really easy, pretty eye look. And then I'm going to use the Dior Show. This is the Maximizer 3D Lash Primer. This stuff is amazing, and I always say when I take the time to use this, my lashes always look so extra. So it's almost like if you don't wear a lot of makeup and you just do your lashes with this and their mascara, you get the best fluttery lashes. So just priming those first. Then using my Dior Show mascara here. Look at this brush, so good. And coating my lashes. Okay, new dress eye. Then we're going to use one of my favorite highlighters. This is the Forever Glow Maximizer in pink. I am obsessed with these liquid highlighters from Dior. I have several colors. I probably use pink the most. I don't know if you can see. This is very well loved. And then I'm just going to put just a teeny bit up into that lash. And it just gives you that really healthy glass skin look. So just highlighting right along there. Isn't that so pretty? I'm just using my fingers tapping that into the skin. And then we'll slightly set with Dior powder, just a little bit, and then we can kind of look at how the foundations are performing here. I'm just going to come down with a light setting of powder. And I actually just want to take just a little bit of the Dior bronzer here and just kind of finish off just with a little bit of warmth, not too much. We've already used the bronzer stick, but kind of just want to do a little glow right on that skin, bring everything together. And I love this too, by the way. And then for lips, we're going to use one of the best lipsticks out there. This one is in the Iconic Rose shade. This is such a good formula. It is just so hydrating and creamy and long lasting. And just putting a little bit of that on. So good. And then I did want to highlight the Christian Dior, the La Balm. This is such a great product. I keep one in my purse at all times. I love it as a hand cream, but I also use it for my hair for the flyaways. So what I'll do is I'll just put some of this on. It's so good. And it sinks right in, so it's not greasy or anything like that. And then I will do just a little, I tried to curl my hair. I'm not loving the way it turned out. So what I'll do is I'll use the little balm to kind of flatten any of my little flyaways here. It really works well to kind of zhuzh up your hair. Multi-purpose product, but it's just so good to have on hand. Again, this is just something that I keep in my purse. I actually have one on my desk here too, because it just solves many problems here, but it really works well to kind of zhuzh up your hair, kind of get that in place. And then of course we are going to end with a Dior fragrance of the day, and a repeat purchase for me has been Bois d'Argent. I just love this sort of fresh, powdery, iris, clean, sophisticated scent. This is definitely one of my ultimate favorites. This is one of those fragrances that I think I will always have in my collection because it's just such an easy wear. And again, I just find it to be clean and sophisticated. It's got some woody accords in here. If you are an iris lover, I think you're gonna like this one as well. Just gonna go ahead, spray this all over. This is a softer fragrance, so don't worry, it's not gonna blow you away. It just creates the prettiest little scent trail. The opening of this is sort of fresh, powdery, almost a little cold feeling is what I would say. And I think that's because this has iris, cypress, and juniper berries. And then in the heart, you've got a little bit of myrrh, which I love, as well as patchouli. Now the patchouli in here is not very earthy. I would say this is a clean patchouli. Like, to me, this is a soft, powdery iris scent. And then in the base, you've got some of my favorite notes, and this is where kind of what I would describe as the dry down as. There's a little bit of sweetness in here that has this honeyed kind of vanilla note in here that is just the perfect amount of sweetness. This is more of a dry scent. I wouldn't say that it is super sweet whatsoever. And then it's got these sensual notes with some amber, some leather, some resins, as well as some musk and woody notes. So if you're like myself and you enjoy wearing fresh, sort of clean, sophisticated, easy fragrances, Bois d'Argent is exactly that. You're gonna smell amazing, but this isn't one of those scents that is going to wear you. It is going to become one with you. It is a little bit softer, and it's just a really beautiful scent. Again, this is a repeat purchase, and I feel like it goes perfectly with this overall look. Okay, so this is my final look using all Dior products. Let's go ahead. I'm going to bring you up and let's see what we think about the Forever Skin Wear, which is on this side right here. This one is the natural blurring matte side. Again, I'm not finding this to be super matte whatsoever. I really like the lit from within look I'm getting from this side over here. And then on the Forever Skin Glow side, I think what I would tell you on this side, at least up front, is this really looks like skin on my face. Like, I feel like this is very undetectable. This one is as well, but it's giving me a little bit more of that blurring effect. So I feel like, yes, it looks like maybe, not that I have like a look of makeup on my face, but it just gives me a more, I'm going to say, airbrushed look, whereas this dewiness on this side to me just looks like skin. So that's what I would say, but you all let me know which side you like better, or maybe it's not a better side, maybe it is. Which one would you want? Is the Forever Skin Glow, or are you attracted to the Dior Forever Skin Wear? So for myself, just upon playing with these formulas, I really like the way that they feel on my face. They actually both feel very hydrating. They also just feel like nothing on the skin, which is something I enjoy. I don't like it when foundations feel heavy or anything like that. As far as the finish, I have to say I could see myself gravitating towards these at different moments. Like if I want just a little bit more of an airbrushed look, like if I'm going to an event, I think I'm going to lean towards the Forever Skin Wear, just because I'm really liking this sort of blurred effect on the skin, and it's not a flat matte. For my day-to-day look, I have to say I would always pick out this Forever Skin Glow, just because I prefer a little bit of a glowy look on my face. And I just feel like this one looks very natural. So this one's a bit more airbrushed. This one to me just looks just a little bit more like my go-to pick of foundations. So of course, I love hearing from you. Let me know if you have a favorite side of foundation, or if you're going to be like myself and just have to get both and use them at different times. Now, these foundations are only available at Dior.com currently. And I always tell people I like to shop directly at Dior.com because you get beautiful packaging. They also give you complimentary samples and miniatures with your orders. And if you're part of their loyalty program, you also get complimentary shipping. So always fun to shop at Dior.com. And these particular foundations are launching first at Dior.com, and then they will be available at other retailers, I believe, in March. But I have to say I was super excited for the launch of these foundations, and I have to tell you I'm obsessed with the candy, Rosy Glow Blush. I think this is just such a beautiful, uplifting blush. Just stunning. And then I just pulled out some of my other favorites from the brand. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.